Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this supercharged update where there is a lot of news mostly around Tesla. Let's start with full self-driving. And we have some breaking news from Elon Musk. With the release of 1069, the newest version of full self-driving, the price for full self-driving is going to go up from $12,000 here in the United States up to $15,000 from September 5th. And although Elon did say that existing order prices would be honored, it's unclear as to whether owners of older vehicles, which have traditionally maintained an upgrade price equal to that with when they purchased the car, whether that will be maintained or whether everyone's going to be on the hook for 15 grand should they now choose to upgrade. That could definitely ripple out and cause some interesting changes in the used car market, but let's dive into 1069. Version 10.69 has begun rolling out to the first 1,000 users. 1069 would have been 1013 if Elon Musk wasn't the CEO, and it's expected to bring further improvements to the advanced driver assist system, which is a mouthful. When discussing 1013 or 1069, Elon said, 1013 we've been working on for a while, and actually what sort of happened is we've made some pretty significant architectural improvements. So it's going to be more than a 1012 to 1013 release. It might, I don't want to speak too soon, it might qualify for 1069. Thankfully, there are several YouTubers in the FSD Beta program, and the first few videos have started showing up. The update looks very impressive. Whole Mars Catalog posted a 35-minute late-night drive of the streets of San Francisco, and although there were a couple of odd decisions and one sort of bum-clenching moment regarding a rather concerning lane change towards parked vehicles, it did look like a very good step forward from 1012.2. However, we definitely need to wait to see 1069 operating during daylight hours, when the streets are busier and the opportunities to screw up are increased significantly. Only then will we know if this update really is that great a step forward and that great an improvement. Now, because this isn't just the change of button colors, 1069 will be released in a phased rollout. Elon explained, there are many code changes, so this will be an extra cautious rollout, releasing on 8/20 or yesterday to around 1,000 Tesla owners, then 1069.1 next week to accommodate feedback and release to 10,000 customers, then 1069.2 the week after, and a release to the rest of FSD Beta, which is around 100,000 vehicles. And this has lots of people complaining on Twitter and Facebook that 8/20 was the promise, the hallowed date, and it's not going to work out for everyone, but it would be wild for Tesla to roll out to 100% of its users overnight. As a software engineer, the idea of rolling any update out to 100% of people without a rollout period terrifies me. And I've only worked for consumer apps, not vehicle automation that's literally life and death. We've seen many videos of FSD Beta improving over the years, and as much as it is improving, it's still not really ready for the mainstream. Simply put, an autopilot, be it in Tesla, Airbus, Boeing, always needs monitoring and human supervision. And sadly, we have to work to the lowest common denominator with regards to the general public. FSD Beta is said to have around 100,000 users actively helping train Tesla's neural nets and identify areas that it needs improvement. Each disengagement is auto-captured for review, and users can manually trigger events to be reported by just tapping the top of the screen. In the Q2 earnings call, Musk revealed that FSD had captured over 35 million miles of autonomous-ish driving. That compares to Waymo's 20 million on LiDAR-guided, heavily mapped streets. As the fleet continues to grow and the background architecture, i.e. Tesla's supercomputers, grow, more on that shortly, Tesla will be able to capture more data more frequently and process it in less time. So progression of FSD is not going to be a linear exercise, and we'll probably see times when we get exponential gains, but then also plateaus as progress caps are reached, until Dojo, that is. Speaking of supercomputers, Tesla is building its own supercomputer that could change the way we think about machine learning and training neural nets. Dubbed Dojo during AI Day, we've heard very little since its announcement. However, whilst Dojo is a groundbreaking long-term investment, Tesla has to build for the future but work in the present. And as a result, Tesla has built out an expansive supercomputer built on NVIDIA's A100 GPUs. By using 7,360 of the 14 grand GPUs, Tesla now has the 7th most powerful supercomputer by GPU count in the world. As you can see from this picture posted by Tesla's AI platform engineering manager Tim Zaman, it's an impressive looking computer. Assuming Tesla paid the list price, this would have cost Elon and the team around $103 million, which I guess is a drop in the ocean for their R&D budget of around $1.5 billion annually, but it still seems like quite a lot to invest in GPUs. With AI Day just over a month away, I'm really interested in hearing Dojo updates and just how far the D1 chip is in its manufacturing phase. Currently, the sole purpose of Dojo is to be a training beast for full self-driving. The monster of a computer will be able to churn through training data and training iterations like nothing we've seen before. And personally, I think that's when we'll see FSD really start to uplevel and justify its growing price tag. Dojo really is going to be massive for Tesla. And you know what else is massive? The Tesla Semi. Last week, Elon tweeted the Tesla 500-mile range semi-truck starts shipping this year, and Cybertruck will ship next year. This is really exciting news. The Tesla Semi was announced back in 2017, and 5 years later we're still waiting to see it out in the hands of the trucking companies and out there delivering shiny new Teslas all around the country. We all know the truck is pretty delayed at this point. The Pepsi company were expecting to receive their fleet in Q4 of 2021, so I'm sure they'll be interested in Elon's update. One interesting change recently focuses on the side mirrors. As spotted by Gabrielle of Tesla Addicted, the Semi is sporting 3 cameras on each mirror, a forward, rearward, and downward-facing camera that will definitely aid the operator in navigating loading bays and narrow streets with tight turns. And it could also be helpful for FSD to provide more precise maneuvering as it's out there in the wild. We've seen reports of 26 cameras on the initial prototypes of the Semi, and also reports of that being reduced to just 10 cameras as development has continued. Hopefully the details of which will become more apparent and more easily available once the Semi actually ships, which is going to have to do at some point in the next 3 months to make that this year requirement. The semi-truck is going to be really interesting to watch as it hits the market. Will the range with a large load be good enough for the freight industry? Will the charging times create issues for drivers' daily hours? There are a lot of unknowns in this world. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about sharing superchargers with the semi-truck. You're simply not going to find yourself sat at a 150 kilowatt V2 station having to share the load with a semi. Tesla is building out its mega charger offering that will most likely live at trucking depots and distribution plants. Tesla plans on offering a mega charger that will add 400 miles of range to the Semi in just 30 minutes. And even at 75 miles an hour, that's 5.5 hours of driving until your next stop, which really seems more than enough. We're assuming on longer stretches of highway they will have to be mega chargers, but at larger truck stops rather than having to be as frequently as we see with the supercharger network. Of course, we're expecting the Semi to ship with the 4680 cells, which are currently supply constrained as production ramps. The 4680 pack is believed to allow high-speed charging far deeper into the pack than its 2170 and 18650 cousins, and this might be the only way to achieve the 400 miles in 30 minutes requirement. Of course, we'll keep you updated with more news on the Semi as it is released. I'm really excited to start seeing it on the highways across the US. And finally, in today's honorable mention, the FBI. I know this is not going to be political, can't vote, taxation without representation, etc. The Federal Bureau of Investigation appears to have procured at least one Ford Mustang Mach-e, and although the paint scheme looks like something on a kid's Matchbox car in a set with a fire engine and a dumpster, I think it's great to see the 200-mile range Mustang being used by our institutions rather than some knackered old Crown Vic. There's no word yet as to what the game plan is should the FBI police have to try and outrun a Tesla or out-endure an average diesel. But alas, the DC traffic probably doesn't have that much high-paced action at the best of times. It's great to see institutions putting money into green technology and expanding the use of electric vehicles. Because quite simply, the more exposure people have to electric vehicles, the more they will understand how useful and usable they actually are in 2022. You only have to look at Hertz and their purchasing of several thousand, I'll put the correct number here, and Model Ys and Model 3s to know that more people will experience this electric life and they will start to understand that it really is doable nowadays. I definitely discovered that on my 1500-mile road trip to Detroit and then round to the Rivian factory, which I'll link up here, so feel free to take a look. That's it for this supercharged update. If you have made it this far, please consider subscribing and leaving a like and a comment below, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.